So now here's our combination. Now, I'm not going to worry about how many times we do each thing. I'm just going to kind of slowly go from one thing to the next for you. And then I'll put on some music and we'll just play around with it with music too next. Here we go with this combination, and we're going to start inside our hula hoop, and I'm going to start by spinning it towards your left. So here we go, and let's go. So starting with the hoop on the body, so whatever way is the most comfortable. If it's comfortable for you to change your footwork or your positions, that's good. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now the next thing is we're going to actually take it around in a circle. So we are going to get a little bit of a circle. So if you can take it around in your circle as we come all the way around, you can take little tiny steps until you get all the way back around to face me. I'll give you a little time in case you're still coming around in that rotation. To there. Okay, the next thing I would like to add on is letting it drop down to our hips. Okay, so here we go. Your feet can be either side by side, which I believe it's a little bit easier side by side position, but it will work in either. As I let it come down, my feet want to be fairly close together. I'm going to slow down, let it drop down to my hips, and then speed up, keeping my hands on my waist and then wiggling it back up to the waist. Let's try that one more time. And we're going to let it slow down. We're going to let it come down just below our waist onto our hips and then wiggle back up. Whew, okay. All right. From here, we're going to do our breaks. So what we're going to do is we're going to catch the hoop over here on our left-hand side, and we're going to turn our body into it. All right, there you go. So now let's go ahead and spin the hoop the opposite direction. Now we're hooping in our opposite direction. Nice. Now we're going to catch it on this side, and here's our next break. Here we go. Get ready to catch it. All right, we got it. Okay, and let's spin it back around again. This is the original direction we started now. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is the lift off. So we're going to catch it again and then lift the front off. So it looks like this. Here we go. Catch it, lift it up, and then we're going to let go of your left hand at this point. So you're holding on with your right. We're going to bring it around to the front of the body, and we're going to do our helicopters. So helicopters, helicopters. Nice. Now, the next thing I'd like you to do is actually leaving our hands here, we're going to turn our body. So now we're facing that direction, right? We're facing the side. And we're going to, again, just like a mirror image, we're going to push the hoop over on our hand. That's it. And let it spin across our hand. We're not going to do that too many times so it doesn't make your hand sore, and then we'll catch it. So we're just going to push it, let it spin around your hand, and then catch it again. And now we're going to go across the body for the weave and back. Across the body for the weave and back. Let's do a couple of more of those. Weave and one more and back to here. Now from this position, we're just going to lift the hoop up over our head and put it back on our body, and then we're ready to start all over with the same thing. Let's do that one more time. So let's go ahead and do it again. We can mix this up into any order, just so you know. I'm just giving us an order to play around with, but we can do from here, hooping on the waist. We could go ahead and do our rotation, turning in the same direction the hoop is going, slowly going around until you're comfortably back to where we started, keeping your feet fairly close together. The next thing, we're going to let it drop to our hips, drop down to our hips, and then bring it back up. Whew, let's do that one more time. Let it drop down to our hips and bring it back up. All right, and now we're going to do our breaks. So we're going to catch it and catch it. Turn it the other direction and catch it. Back to the original direction. This time when we catch it, we're going to lift it off and we're going to do the helicopter. So we're going to spin it around to here with the pinky inside and the thumb, pinky and thumb as it goes around. And then from there, from our helicopter, the next thing that we did was we turned a little bit to the side. So now it's on the side of the body. We pushed it forward so that it spins around the hand. We'll do a couple of slow ones. And then we're going to catch it and go into our weave across the body and back, across the body and back, across the body. Woohoo. I think you're probably feeling it to here. And then from here, we're just going to catch the hoop, put it over our head, and then we're ready to start again. But this time we're going to go in the opposite direction. So I'll encourage you to do both directions, even though you might find one much more difficult. It's easier the sooner you start doing both directions, actually, the better. So let's go ahead and spin it in the opposite direction, which would be to your right. This might be your most favored direction too, depending on you. And we're doing our forward and back action. And we're going to turn in the same direction. The hoop is going around, turning around in the same direction, coming all the way back. And then from here, we're going to let it drop down to our hip, put our hands on the waist. Here we go. And then wiggle it back up. So again, I kind of dropped down, got underneath it, went faster, got it back up to my waist. I'm going to drop it down one more time. To let it drop, I do have to slow down just a little bit. It's down just below my waist. And wiggle up top to get it to come back up. Nice. So the next thing we're going to do is our breaks. So we're going to stop it and catch. Spin it back the other direction. So we practice both directions and then stop it and catch. And now we're going to go back in our original direction there. And this time we're going to stop it and catch, lift it up, and then bring it off. And then at this point, we're going to do our helicopter. So hand to hand this way, and it's pinky to pinky, thumb to thumb, pinky to pinky each time. Helicopter. Now we're going to turn this way and let it go around our hand, hand hooping. Let it go just when it gets to the end. And then right into our weave across our body, thumb leading the way across the body. We'll do one more. And then come all the way back, lift it up over our body, and let's give it one last go. Here we go to spinning it to your right, hula hooping in whatever foot position you feel best, or trying out some new ones. And then we're going to give it a little turn in the same direction our hoop is going, which is to your right. And then we're going to let it go down to our hip. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And wiggle back up. We'll try that one more time, dropping it down to our hip. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And back up. And now the breaks. So I'm going to catch it, going in this direction to your right, and catch it, spin it the other direction. Whew, getting a workout here. Okay, and catching it. There you go, and back the original direction. This time we're going to catch and do our lift off. So we're going to catch, lift off. That's it. And then bring it to the front, and we're going to do our helicopter. You thought I forgot, right? I thought I forgot. Okay, helicopter. Pinky to pinky, thumb to thumb. And now I'm going to turn my body to the side and let it turn around my hand. All right, I'll go slowly so you can see that go across the hand. And then into the weave across the body and back, across the body and all the way back. And then let's do one last one. And then we're just going to put it up over us. And now we're done. Woohoo! Yay, we did it. So that is our combination. And I suspect that that's going to take you a while till you're going to be able to follow along with me on that. So just take it a step at a time. And if you need to go back and figure out a little bit more about each one of those elements individually, and then come back and put it together, that's great. So take your time and have fun with it.